All right, everybody ready? Again, I apologize for starting late. We had a meeting that ran a little long, so for those who were waiting, I do apologize. It is 5:04. We'll go ahead and get tonight's work session started. Let the record reflect all council members are present. And move into public comment. Anyone wish to address council at this time in public comment? Would you like to speak, sir?
Yes, sir.
Do you mind, when you speak, do you mind coming up here just so it can be recorded?
What else?
If that's okay, do we have?
Walking's getting a little difficult.
If it's up here, it should pick up the microphone.
Or you can just have a seat here at the table, if that's okay. We just want to make sure that we get you recorded on the record. All right, if you just don't mind just stating your name.
David Brockway.
Yes, sir.
I was here a little more than a year ago. The house at 983 Prentice Street is a condemned meth lab house with no owner. It was in the middle of foreclosure from Regions Mortgage, no association with Regions Bank. They stopped all legal proceedings when they found out it was a meth lab house. 1 second here, I'll tell you exactly. See what the city has any idea about what they're going to do, because this house has been sitting. I look at this house every day. It was rated on 1/19/2012, so it's been sitting for 14 years now. Cleaning up a meth lab house is not cheap. I don't know what it is now, but it used to be like about $40,000. But I would like the city to try to do something with it. You're going to lose money no matter what. But it would be nice to get it out of my neighborhood.
What was that address again?
983 Prentice Street. If you turn off Old Lantana, it'd be the first house on the right. But it's boarded up, was boarded up when Mr. Mayberry was mayor.
That's the one that half burnt?
No, the one that burnt was
beside it?
beside it, yeah. The siding started burning. The fire department should have just let both of them burn. It would have saved an awful lot of money.
I'll take that under advisement from you.
But like I said, I don't know, under recording, I can get rid of it, but I want something in return.
Okay. Well, the city manager's next to you. We've got it. We're going to put our task force we have together, combination of codes, fire department, police.
Yeah.
There's a mortgage place on it now, the mortgage?
No, there's no owner. It's still, on the deeds, it's still in the woman's name, Marie Bauer. What Regions Mortgage, which is in Orange, California, did was they stopped all legal proceedings, so you can't go after them. You can't go after the woman that had the meth lab house. She's probably got no money. In fact, in 2018, I saw that she'd been arrested by the FBI. I was going to probably for trafficking or something or other. It's a point where the city's going to have to take care of it. And after 14 years, it's a little overdue.
We'll make sure that we get dealt with.
Okay.
If you will, before you leave, the city clerk has your information.
Okay.
She's got it. All right, thank you for being here. Thank you.
Thank you. Let me get back over here.
Okay.
Thank you.
Is there anyone else that wishes to address council in public comment at this time? All right, seeing none, we'll go into the first agenda item, review and discussion of City Manager Hale's annual performance evaluation in the legislative text. Give me a second here, and we'll lag. Out of everyone's combined score, she received an average of 4.78, with 1 out of 5 rating, 1 being poor and 5 being excellent. So there's, I know attached you can see everyone's comments. I didn't know if anyone had further discussion or wanted to clarify any of the comments that they made this time. And then I'll let the city manager, if she has any questions, ask them. No? Okay.
I think overall she's done an excellent job.
Thank you.
Okay.
Ditto.
Okay. Anything else? Yeah, I mean, she had great remarks on my end. I would just encourage council, all the comments that I made, she's well aware of. Those are comments that we have discussions about in our monthly meetings. I would just encourage you all to, if you need to go a little bit deeper with her, I think she's more than receptive to meet with you and go over those if there's specifics. But I will not stay on that if we're good. Okay, thank you for your job. All right, number 2, discussion regarding temporary street closures for Memorial Day events.
This request is a little bit different than last year, because they've actually requested Main Street instead of just the 4th Street side for the Memorial Day closing. They're expecting a larger crowd this year, I believe, because of the 250th anniversary of the birthday. But we recommend approval.
Isn't that how it was done in the past?
I don't think they did last year.
About 4th of July or something else,
Yeah,
they
probably.
shut it down completely.
For some reason last year they didn't, that's right, but they had in
Handicap
previous years.
parking is what they
Yeah,
really
when you
need.
were mayor they did too, but last year they just did the side though.
That's what I thought.
So, recommendation is to approve that. Any questions or comments? We'll add that to the agenda. Bailey with 1, we did not.
Yes.
Okay. Number 3, discussion regarding approval of temporary street closure for CCHS Homecoming Parade.
Same route as last year, it's during the day. September 17th, 1:30 to 2:30. Recommend approval.
And this is what they are requesting. Make sure that's on the public record. They are requesting it to be done this way. Okay. Any comments, questions? All right, we'll add that on there. Number 4, discussion regarding approval of annexation resolution and plan of services for Bob Tollett Loop, tax map parcel 127, space 083.01. This has already been approved to the Planning Commission. They recommend approval. Any questions from council?
Am I correct in understanding that this doesn't include the city having to maintain the road at that particular location, since it's an island?
Yeah, the road is not included in the annexation.
That's what I thought.
Yes. And we have had, I can't remember which parcel it is, but we have had another request come in the last week for another parcel on this road. But the street will not be included in it either, because it's technically in the right-of-way for the state.
So if a motor vehicle crash occurs on that road, it's in the county?
That's correct.
I just want to clarify that. It's confusing.
And who will be doing the upkeep on the road? This TDOT
It's county.
County?
Y'all know where this is? Exactly.
Yeah, Bob Todd, yeah.
Yeah. Just make sure you-
That's what he said was that. Bobby Todd.
Don't see the creek.
Okay, any other questions? We'll add that to the agenda. This is number,
Well, I can guarantee you, just to back up a bit, if there is a wreck on that road, the city will respond to the city of it. But it's just par for the course.
yeah. Next up is agenda item number 5, discussion regarding the de-annexation for tax map parcel 101, space 021.03. This comes from the Planning Commission where they denied the request, but obviously, like everything through the Planning Commission, it still has to get final approval from council. We do have 2 members of the Planning Commission that are on council, myself and Councilman Mayberry. It was a unanimous decision to not, for fear of this creating a precedence. Once you start the annex, and how do you say yes and no to certain ones? So, any questions, comments, feedback, thoughts? So the council's action would be to deny the request in accordance with the Planning Commission's request. That's how it'll be put on the agenda. Okay.
Okay.
Number 6, discussion regarding approval of turning lane on East First Street. We're going to have, I think, Tim, are you going to discuss this at all about this or no?
Kevin Mute's gonna handle it.
Okay, all right.
It's across from the proposed Waggles on Peabody Road to widen create a turning lane there on East First Street across from the proposed location.
So that would be our responsibility because Weigels is picking up a brand-new light as well as taking care of the other side of the road.
The other side of the road.
If you look in the legislative text, we're looking at about $30,000 that would be in next year's budget for us to pay for our side. So we're getting,
Is that all city property? You have to acquire any property for that?
It's right away, we will not be acquiring any.
Good question, think about that. Any questions? All right, we'll add that to the agenda. Number 7, discussion regarding approval of rate increase at Meadow Park Lake. Is the campsites they're wanting to increase?
Yes. Because of the recent improvements out there, we feel like we should be at market rate with the other campsites in the area. So we're recommending an increase of $40 from $30 on the RV with electricity, water, and sewer, and then increasing $10 for just electric and water, and then tank camping for $25.
So really, we're just
Small
increasing our
increase.
rates across the board by $10. You guys have any questions, thoughts? It's still way below.
So very cheap.
Yeah.
That'll probably help business. I know if I see something that says $15, I'll want to stay there.
Any other questions or comments? I'll respond to that.
Excellent comment.
Very valid point.
All right, discussion regarding approval of a loan grant application. This was through the request of the fire department,
The Lowe's grant?
like the actual store, right?
Yes.
So they have a grant
It's like a
program.
no-brainer.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you want to share about it? I mean, would that should be
What we
turned in?
found with the grant, Councilman Turner actually sent me the link to it, put us on it. We have went through the application process, ready to submit. Basically, there is no match. It's a 100% hometown grant. We have applied for, I gave them the entire project cost for the Fire Station 1 renovation. But some of the monetary figures that I've been seeing is the 300,000 plus range is what they've been awarding for some of those. So we're
When would you know? Did the timeline on?
that's yet to be. This was just the early phases of that, but we're hoping it should be during our project.
You said Councilman Turner sent you an email about that? Did it end with Go Blue?
He did
Those are
not
hats
say
on.
go blue,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, from the big house, there we go. All right, sounds good. All right, we'll move on to number 9, discussion regarding approval of Genesis tank inspection contract. Tim, are you taking this?
Yeah. J.R. Walford has advised us that we should hire Mid-South Tank Consultants directly. They did have them as a sub. It will end up saving us $5,600 for the tank inspection on the Genesis rehab project.
Any questions? No? All right. Add that to the agenda. Discussion, next up, number 10, a discussion regarding approval of Catoosa area water lines project closeout change order.
It's a deduct in the amount of $212,940, and we recommend their approval.
Questions? All right, add that. Rapid fire, number 11, discussion regarding approval of Peabody Road sewer force main additions closeout change order.
It's also a deduct, and there's a typo. The actual amount is $28,436. I transposed the wrong number from the change order.
It's even better.
Yes, even better than 11. I think 1,100 is what I had in there.
1101.
Yes.
Okay, any questions? Add that. Number 12, discussion regarding approval of Holiday Hills and Meadow Park SCADA improvements closeout change order.
This one's also a deduct of $7,546. We recommend approval.
Y'all done well.
You got it. All right, number 13, discussion regarding approval of taxiway lighting rehab engineering grant.
We're requesting an approval of a grant application for engineering services for the full replacement of the taxiway lighting system. It's 95% grant, 5% city match, and We're also asking for the approval of the standard TDOT aeronautics grant contract if we were awarded the grant. There's no change in that contract if we get the grant, so that's why we're going ahead and asking for that.
Got the dollars?
The total engineering side, which is the next item, if you don't care, I'll move on into it.
Is that what the other one is that stated kind of the same?
Yes, it's a contract it's a task order with Neil Schaefer. We have a master agreement, so it's not the full contract, it's just a task order. In the amount of $208,290. And we would ask that you approve this task order contingent on TDOT grant contract being approved by TDOT with TDOT funding at a minimum of 95% of the engineering services. The city's portion would be $10,414.50 at 5%. There's been some communication that if we're awarded the grant, we might get the grant, and the city side would only be 2.5%. That's why I use the minimum of 95%.
And the rehab on item 13 before that, so the dollar amount on that?
It is for this engineering.
It's a grant for the contract.
Yes.
Okay.
The contract is item 14, and item 13 is the grant for that.
Oh, okay.
You have all those contingencies, are you good? Okay, so we're good with 13 and 14, unless you want questions or discussion on that? Okay. Number 15, ordinance amending fiscal year 25-26 budget for street sweeper.
Yeah, it's just a housekeeping item to move it from the general fund to the state street aid.
I would be remiss if I did not ask, that street sweeper does come with a magnet on it.
Yes, it does.
That's why it's so expensive.
There you go. Provide a magnet for throwing in a street sweeper.
All right, so we're good with that? Okay. Next up, discussion regarding approval of bulk coarse salt for fiscal year 26-27 bid.
I believe the rest of the items are annual bids.
So without objection, can I add 16 through 25? Yeah, they're all bids.
Yes.
On to the consent agenda, unless there's any more further discussion.
They're all in the budget?
Yep. Yep.
It's for next fiscal year, yeah.
Yep. All right. That brings us to the end of our meeting. Let's enjoy the sun.